Okay, good morning, everybody. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Calling the roll for the Monday, June 9, 2025 Board of Control meeting. It is 11 a.m. We have Councilmember Meredith Turner.
Present.
Levine Ross serving as an alternate for Michael Hauser.
Here.
Councilmember Robert Schlepper.
Here.
Melanie Say serving as an alternate for Mike Dever.
Here.
Eric Janis serving as an alternate for Chris Renee County Executive.
Here.
Michael Chambers, Fiscal Officer, serving as Chairman.
Here?
Paul Porter.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. Next on our agenda is the review and the approval of the minutes from June 2nd. I will make the motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Miss Melanie Say. All in favor to approve the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The minutes are approved. Any public comment?
No public comment.
Let's go to our first item.
First item, new item for review, BC 2025-359, Department of Public Works, recommending an award and enter into a purchase order with Ohio Desk Company in the amount not to exceed $23,326.96 for state contract purchase of various office furniture, lateral files, bookcases, frosted marker boards, parts and labor for installation and moving of various furniture and fixtures at 1801 Superior Avenue for the Board of Elections.
Good morning, Matt Reimer with the Department of Public Works. This procurement represents the final procurement in the various ones that have made up the furniture for the deployment and relocation of the Board of Elections. As board members may recall from previous briefings, we've utilized lease-provided furniture, new workstations, but lease-provided furniture throughout a lot of the Board of Elections area, and these are parts and pieces to make all that functional, get them in the right location, get them installed, as well as some ancillary pieces that we identified once we got all those installed and Board of Elections relocated. Hope that answers any questions, and I'm happy to answer others.
Thank you, Matt. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I'll make the motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by, by Eric. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is approved.
Thank you.
Caught me by surprise there. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-360, Department of Public Works recommending an award on RQ 14807 and submitting a contract with High Access LLC and the amount not to exceed $568,158 for window washing services at various county buildings effective upon signatures of all parties for a period of 3 years.
Good morning, everyone. Tom Pavich, Public Works. So this is a contract with High Access. It's for as-needed window washing services for all county buildings. The procurement was a formal RFP process. I think we actually released it several times. This particular time, we got 4 responses. We scored it. High Access was the highest scoring vendor. It's an as-needed contract, and then we're going to be implementing several cost controls so we make sure we stay within budget and on task.
Okay, Tom, thank you. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I will make the motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Paul Porter. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-361, Fiscal Office submitting an amendment to a contract with Midwest Presort Mailing Services Incorporated, DBA Midwest Direct, for the printing and mailing of real property tax bills in accordance with Ohio Revised Code Section 323.08 for the period February 13, 2023 through October 31st, 2025, to extend the time period to October 31st, 2027, to add Schedule A, summary of project and fees, update the insurance requirements in accordance with Schedule B, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $206,720, effective upon signatures of all parties, as listed for items A and B on the printed agenda.
Good morning, Dominique Tatum, Fiscal Department. This is amendment with Midwest for the printing and mailing of tax bills. This is a 2-year amendment in the amount of $206,720.
Okay, Dominique, thank you. Are there questions from the board on this one? Seeing no questions, I'll make the motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Turner. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-362, Fiscal Office submitting an amendment to a contract with Direct Travel Incorporated for travel management services for the period October 2nd, 2017 through January 5th, 2025, to extend the time period to January 5th, 2027, to define the agreed-upon rates, Exhibit A, to be charged per transaction, to add a one-time fee of $2,500 for an online booking tool, to replace the insurance requirements in accordance with Schedule A, and to add Article 18, Security, Schedule B, effective January 6, 2025.
Good morning, Dominique Tatum, Fiscal Department. This is an amendment with Direct Travel. This is for travel booking services. This amendment is for a one-time payment of an online platform so that employees are able to book both flights and hotel rooms online. The remainder of the cost, which is pretty much a charge per booking for travel, is paid through our Key Bank account contract.
Okay, Dominique, thank you again. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I will make a motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Eric Janis. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is approved. Next item.
Next Next item, BC 2025-363, Fiscal Office submitting an RFP exemption, which will result in an award recommendation to Stiefel Nicholas and Company Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $450,000 for municipal and financial advisory services for the period August 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2028, and submitting a contract with said RFP exemption.
Good morning, Dominique Tatum, Fiscal Department. This is a contract with Stiefel for financial advisory services. They assist us with our financial planning and with our debt.
Okay, Dominic, thank you again. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I will make a motion to approve it. Is there a second? Seconded by Ms. Melanie Say. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-364, Department of Information Technology recommending an award and enter into a purchase order with M&J Technologies Direct Incorporated and the amount not to exceed $21,576 for a joint cooperative purchase for the annual renewal of subscription services to GUROC TestRail Cloud for the period February 22nd, 2026 through February 21st, 2027.
Good morning, Kristen Caspar for the Department of Information Technology. TestRail is the platform that IT uses for our test case management and software development and quality assurance.
Okay, Kristen, thank you. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing none, I will make the motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Turner. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-365, Department of Information Technology submitting an amendment to a contract with Brown Enterprise Solutions for purchase and renewal of various Tableau licenses and products for the period May 26, 2021 through May 25, 2025, to extend the time period to May 25, 2026, to replace the insurance requirements as outlined in Schedule B, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $105,971.
Good morning, Kristen Caspar with the Department of Information Technology. Tableau is an approved IT standard. This is our platform that is used for data visualization and business intelligence. It allows our users to analyze and display operational program data, create interactive reports and dashboards, and it also allows us to share insights across county agencies.
Okay, thank you, Kristen. Are there questions from the board on this item? Okay, seeing no questions, I will make the motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Schlepper. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-366, Sheriff's Department recommending an award and submitting a purchase order with J&N Tactical and the amount not to exceed $26,250 for a sole source purchase of a Draco gas delivery system and tubing designed for use in conjunction with the Sheriff's SWAT rescue vehicle and on-site training.
Good morning, Karen DeCarlo for the Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department is submitting a purchase order for approval to order the Draco gas delivery system to use in conjunction with the SWAT vehicle.
Okay, Karen, thank you. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no question, I will make the motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Schlepper. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-367, Sheriff's Department recommending an award on RQ 15731 and submitting a purchase order with M&J Technologies Direct Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $71,298 for the purchase and replacement of 17 mobile data terminals, each to include a keyboard and a 2-year extended service agreement for law enforcement.
Karen DeCarlo with the Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department is submitting a purchase order for approval to order 17 mobile data terminals for law enforcement.
Okay, thank you again. Are there questions from the board with this item? Seeing no questions, I will make the motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Turner. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is approved. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-368, Sheriff's Department recommending an award and submitting an agreement with Cleveland State University and the amount not to exceed $199,990 for outcome evaluation, training, and technical assistance on how to conduct risk terrain modeling and other place analyses associated with carjackings effective upon signatures of all parties through September 30th, 2027.
Karen DeCarlo with the Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department is submitting a contract for approval with Cleveland State University to perform research and training services related to the U.S. Department of Justice Bureau of Justice Assistance grant-funded project, Cuyahoga County Response to Carjacking Initiative, in coordination with law enforcement.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Are there any questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I will make the motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Schlepper. All in favor to approve, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Thank you. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-369, Medical Examiner's Office recommending an award and submitting a participating addendum via contract number 5414 with Fisher Scientific Company LLC and the amount not to exceed $750,000 for a joint cooperative purchase of various laboratory equipment and supplies effective upon signatures of all parties through February 28, 2029.
Chief Shannon, Medical Examiner's Office. So this isn't anything new. We get a lot of supplies across all our laboratories and the medical examiner side of things from Fisher. This is to be honest, I didn't know we had a participating addendum piece, but it's going to give us some chance at cost savings as we order throughout the next couple of years.
Okay, Hugh, are there questions from the board? Seeing no questions, I will make the motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Levine Ross. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hugh. Are there, next item?
Next item, BC 2025-370, Department of Health and Human Services, Cuyahoga Job and Family Services, submitting an amendment to a contract with Us Together Incorporated for interpretation and translation services for various county agencies for the period March 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2025, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2025, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $545,000 effective July 1st, 2025.
Good morning, Marcos Cortez with Health and Human Services. This is, again, is an amendment with Us Together to extend the time and add additional funds to the end of the year. This vendor currently provides our language and translation services, but we issued an RFP earlier this year, and we have chosen actually a new vendor. This amendment will allow us additional time to ensure a smooth transition to a new vendor on January 1st. Additionally, some of the funds are being used to cover this current contract that is due to expire, but we actually ran out of funding. So that's why the large dollar amount.
Okay, Marcos, thank you. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I will make a motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Eric Janis. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is approved. Next item, please.
Next item, BC 2025-371, Department of Health and Human Services, Cuyahoga Job and Family Services, recommending an award and submitting a contract with Playhouse Square Hotel LLC, DBA Crown Plaza Cleveland at Playhouse Square, and the amount not to exceed $17,677.44 for room rental, catering, and audio-visual services in connection with the annual Fatherhood Conference to be held on June 13, 2025.
Marcos Cortez again with Health and Human Services on behalf of the Office of Child Support Services. The Fatherhood Initiative is holding their annual Fatherhood Conference at the Crown Plaza this Friday. We issued an informal RFP for these services. We received 4 bids, and Crown Plaza was chosen for the location.
Okay, thank you, Marcos. Are there questions from the board on this item?
I just had a quick question,
Please.
if I may.
Yeah.
How has that initiative been going, just generally speaking?
We actually have Al Grimes here from the Fatherhood Initiative. He can answer that specifically for you.
Amazing, thank you.
I'm Al Grimes, Director of the Cuyahoga County Fatherhood Initiative. I might be biased, but I think it's the best program that we have in the county and probably the best in the country when it comes to serving fathers and families. You know, our intent with the Fatherhood Initiative is to make sure that all fathers stay involved in their children's lives, whether living in the same home or not. Because we know when fathers are involved, children are less likely to commit crimes, less likely to drop out of school, less likely to go to jail, less likely to become teen parents. So this program is for all dads within Cuyahoga County who want to be a better dad involved in their children's lives. This is our 19th annual Fatherhood Conference. It's always a sold-out conference. 75% of it is funded by foundations and other entities. We will have a resource fair with over 70 organizations, a town hall meeting for some dialogue back and forth, an awards luncheon where we're going to honor 18 outstanding fathers, and workshops for fathers during the day. A couple of the individuals that are involved in this year is Harry Boomer from Channel 19 will be the moderator of the town hall meeting. And Wayne Dawson, who's gone through some cancer treatment recently, called me. I called Wayne and I said, Wayne, do you want somebody else to fill in the gap this year because you've been sick, and so to keep your feet warm. He said, no, Al, I'll be able to do it myself, which is a blessing considering what he's been going through. So it's been kind of this conference has been kind of a staple in the community over the last number of years. The Fatherhood Initiative itself, we fund we support over 5,000 dads a year. Out of those, 1,000 dads go to our Boot Camp for New Dads program. There's some job training programs, some parenting classes. In addition to this fatherhood conference, we have an annual Fathers Walk Your Child to School event in the fall. Last year, we had 208 schools and 24,000 fathers that have participated in our Fathers Walk to School. So we think, for the purpose that we have set out, almost 20 years ago, and what we've been able to do throughout the community, that we're doing a pretty good job.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. Your organization is absolutely incredible. I've been trying to get up to speed with some of the most, thoughtful organizations, so thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
I
and
have a question.
please.
Don't mean to put you on the spot.
Okay.
What is your what's your departmental budget? What's your operating budget?
Our budget is about $1.1 million. It's been the same for the last 4 or 5 years.
You do so much with so little. I saw recently that you're doing a gardening
Yeah,
initiative.
actually, we opened a greenhouse at 114th and St. Clair for fathers and their families to be able to grow food year-round, basically. It's an activity, an educational and a productive activity for fathers and their families to be engaged in, not only learning about bonding, but, a constructive activity, putting seeds in the ground, coming back, watching it grow, and also that area is a food desert. So the fruits from those plants, literally the fruits in some particular cases, will help the community as well.
Well, I know that you do this, and for a long time you've done this work without fanfare. So, just want to go on record and thank you for all that you're doing for the fathers, and would also like to go on record. I hope that we can maybe look at your budget and maybe shoot for some increases. We do have the chief of staff here today, so I hope he's listening to me. I mean, it's a big budget year. We've got some challenges, but when we talk about stellar programming,
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, seeing no further questions, I will make a motion to approve the item. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Turner. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item's approved. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sure. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-372, Department of Health and Human Services, Division of Senior and Adult Services, submitting an amendment to a master contract with various providers for Cuyahoga Options for Independent Living Services Program for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2026, and for additional funds in the total amount not to exceed $425,000 with the following providers effective upon signatures of all parties as listed for items A 1 through 3 and B 1 through 20 on the printed agenda.
Marcos Cortez again with Health and Human Services on behalf of Senior and Adult Services. These additional dollars were allocated at the end of last year to DSAS to augment the Options program. Just again, Options provides in-home services to seniors and adults with disabilities living in Cuyahoga County who need assistance with larger household chores, medical emergency response services, grab bar installation, homemaking assistance, home delivered meals, assistance with personal care, and or transportation to medical related appointments. These additional dollars are going to specifically to address food insecurity.
Okay, Marcos, thank you again. Are there questions from the board on this item, please?
A question, is this 100% funded through the levy?
I'm sorry?
Is this 100%
Yes.
funded?
Yes, it
through
is.
Through the levy? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Are there any additional questions? Nope. Seeing no further questions, I will make the motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Turner. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The items are approved. Is the next item?
Next item, BC 2025-373, Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Office of Homeless Services, submitting an amendment to a master contract with various providers for operating support of Department of Housing and Urban Development approved permanent housing services for the period July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2026, to correct the enumeration and add language to section 1.6 to add Exhibit 2A-1 representing the budget for the period April 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, and for additional funds in the total amount not to exceed $199,145, effective upon signatures of all parties, as listed for items A1 and B1 through 6 on the printed agenda.
Marcos Cortez again with the Office of Homeless Services. Again, permanent supportive housing provides housing for persons who are chronically homeless and have one or more disabilities, which can include mental illness, chronic health conditions, and/or substance abuse use disorders. Unlike the other providers in this master contract, they provide a single PSH site. Eden is responsible for the operations of PSH units on a large scale across our continuum. Given that volume and the unit and complexity of the work, OHS is adding additional funding to Eden's contract.
Thank you, Marcos. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I'll make the motion to approve it. Is there a second? Seconded by Ms. Levine Ross. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is approved. Moving on.
Moving on to exemption, item BC 2025-374, Department of Health and Human Services, COG Job and Family Services, recommending an alternative procurement process which will result in an award recommendation to a single provider, Youth Opportunities Unlimited, and the total amount not to exceed $6,475,025 for the Comprehensive Case Management and Employment Program, Employment, Education, and Training Services for Young Adults for the period July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2027, based on a request for proposals conducted by the Cleveland-Cuyahoga County Workforce Development Board, now known as Greater Cleveland Works.
We have been partnering with Cuyahoga County Workforce Board for quite a while. They became a nonprofit last year and now again doing business at Greater Cleveland Works. In the past, we would issue a joint RFP for services with Cuyahoga County taking the lead. This time around, Greater Cleveland Works took the lead, and we are requesting to use their process to issue an award. Greater Cleveland Works funding is primarily the WIOA funding, and Cuyahoga County is the TANF funding.
Thank you, Marcos. Are there questions from the board on this item? Seeing no questions, I'll make the motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Eric Janis. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on.
Moving on to consent agenda items BC 2025-375 through BC 2025-378.
Okay, board members, there's just a couple of items. If there's any questions, feel free. Okay, seeing no questions, I will make the motion to approve today's consent agenda items as listed. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Turner. All in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are approved. Moving on to other business.
No other business?
Any public comment?
Public comment?
I will make the motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Porter. All in favor to adjourn, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.